Franco Morbidelli, MotoGP's most wanted. Being a clear winner on penalties would be good if Franco Morbidelli was a footballer. But he isn't. He's not playing on grass, where cards and suspensions mean missed matches. He's sitting on a MotoGP bike that hits 360 kilometers per hour, surrounded by 20-odd other lunatics on machines just as violent. And that's the problem. The 30-year-old from Tavullia, once hyped as Valentino Rossi's coolest protege, has turned himself into the championship's most penalized man, a repeat offender whose rap sheet reads less like a racer's record and more like a criminal logbook. Let's stop sugarcoating it. Franco Morbidelli has become MotoGP's high-speed liability. The lazy, laid-back surfer dude persona off track is a mask that fools no one anymore. Behind the smile and soft tone is a rider who ignores marshals, punts rivals, gets in the way on hot laps, and walks away every weekend with either a fine, a penalty, or a trail of wreckage in his wake. And here's the thing. It's not an occasional mistake. It's systematic. It's habitual. It's his brand now, the rap sheet. 9 penalties in 14 months. Read that again. 9. Not borderline calls, not unlucky entanglements, clear breaches of racing conduct that cost rivals results, points, even safety. Let's run it like the case file it is. Catalan GP 2024, lap 1 of the sprint. Morbidelli dives on Alex Marquez like a street brawler in a bar fight. No respect for line, no room for safety. Alex is punted off. Franco, he gets a long lap penalty. That's strike 1. British GP 2024, sprint race, first corner. Marco Bezzecchi gets clattered by Morbidelli, taken out before the race even begins. The stewards hand him not 1 but 2 long laps. 2. You know how rare that is? That's the system basically saying, you're a danger, sit down twice. Strike 2. Thailand GP 2024. Fabio Quartararo, former world champion, Yamaha's golden boy, gets wiped out on lap 4 of the Grand Prix. Who's responsible? Franco Morbidelli. Long lap penalty again. Quartararo doesn't hold back. A suicide attack. Let that sink in. When your peers start calling your moves suicidal, it's not racing anymore. It's attempted sabotage. Strike 3. Thailand GP 2025 practice session. Francesco Bagnaia on a hot lap. Morbidelli ignores blue flags, blocks him deliberately, ruins his session. Stewards slap him with a 3-place grid drop. Not an accident. Not bad timing. Pure disregard. Strike 4. British GP 2025, deja vu. This time, it's Bezzecchi again in practice. Franco in the way, no respect. Another 3-place grid penalty, strike 5. How many more riders need to be compromised before someone sees the pattern? Italian GP 2025, the home race, the one you should show discipline. Instead, Franco goes kamikaze into Maverick Vinales on lap 9, sending him flying out of the Grand Prix. Long lap penalty, strike 6. Ask KTM's Tech 3 boss, Nicolas Goyan, what he thought. Another victim added to the big list of Franco Morbidelli. When people start calling your rivals victims, your reputation is finished. Hungarian GP 2025, late race, turn 10. Franco cuts the corner in a scrap with Luca Marini, refuses to yield, is forced to drop a position. Small by his standards, but still a breach. Strike 7. Catalan GP 2025 sprint. Jorge Martin, defending champion, title contender. Franco slams into him at turn 10, takes them both out. Martin's response? Standing in the gravel, clapping sarcastically at him like, "Bravo, you clown." Stewards give Franco a long lap for the Grand Prix. Strike 8. Catalan GP 2025 Grand Prix, the masterpiece of irresponsibility. Lap 21. Franco crashes again, ruins his own race, then argues with marshals while bikes scream past at 300 kilometers per hour. Disobeys instructions, blocks rescue workers, endangers everyone. Stewards fine him €2,000 and bar him from the first 10 minutes of Misano FP1. The official statement calls it irresponsible riding and potential danger to yourself and others. Strike 9. That's 9 big ones. 9 times he's been called out, punished, exposed. And that's just the official list. That doesn't even touch his decade-long feud with Alex Espargaro, the practice slap in Qatar, or the endless petty clashes that don't always make the stewards' sheets, but leave paddock anger simmering. The victims speak. You don't need me to dramatize this. The riders he's wronged have already given the verdict. Quartararo called it a suicide attack. Goyan said Maverick was another victim. Martin applauded sarcastically in the gravel. Espargaro once lost his cool so badly he slapped Franco mid-session. These aren't isolated reactions. These are consistent echoes of frustration from men who put their lives on the line and don't want someone else's recklessness to decide their fate. The hypocrisy. And here's where the real anger comes in. Why is Franco still here? Why hasn't he been benched? Why is the penalty system in MotoGP this weak? Before 2015, there was a penalty point system. Riders who repeatedly endangered others got docked until they hit the limit. Then they sat at home. Jorge Lorenzo got one. Others too. They came back smarter. But Franco? 9 offenses in 14 months and not a single race ban. That's negligence, plain and simple. The stewards aren't protecting him. They're failing the rest of the grid. Every time he lines up, riders know the roulette wheel is spinning. Who's next? Who gets punted? Whose weekend does he ruin? The image versus the reality. And that's the most twisted part. Off track, Franco is chill, detached, surfer vibes. Half Brazilian, half Italian, Rossi Academy graduate. The fluffy hair, the slow talk, the cool aura. It sells. People buy the image. But when the visor drops, the red mist comes and Franco turns into the sport's most dangerous man. He doesn't manage risk, he weaponizes it. He doesn't care who's around him. Yes, he's talented. 2018 Moto2 champion, 2020 MotoGP runner-up with Yamaha, 3 GP wins. Nobody disputes the man can ride. But what good is talent if it comes wrapped in recklessness? What value is speed if it comes with collateral damage every second weekend? Rossi's shadow. Let's not pretend his career lifeline doesn't come with the Rossi stamp. VR46 gave him a seat when nobody else would. Bezzecchi gone to Aprilia. Franco slotted in. A podium in Argentina, another in Qatar, just enough to justify the contract. Then the rap sheet grew longer, the penalties piled up, and still, he gets renewed for 2026. Why? Because Tavulia protects its own. But the paddock sees it. The riders feel it. Respect erodes every time he slams into someone and shrugs it off. The cold reality. Franco Morbidelli isn't just unlucky. He isn't just aggressive. He's reckless, repeat offending, and dangerously unrepentant. He's out of control. MotoGP is not a playground. At 360 kilometers per hour, every rider's life hangs by a thread. When one man repeatedly treats those lives like collateral damage, that's not racing anymore. That's negligence with horsepower. And the truth is brutal. If this sport had any backbone, Franco Morbidelli would already have served a race ban. 9 penalties, 9 warnings, 9 chances. And still he rides. But the line has to be drawn, because life is not yours alone to gamble with. Every rider has a family, a career, a future. Every marshal you argue with has a job keeping people safe. Every fan watching deserves competition, not chaos. Franco, here's the last word. Life is precious for everyone, not just you.